have the honor of hearing a keynote message from Dr. Davis Liu. Dr. Liu is a board-certified family medicine physician who is passionate about improving healthcare by making it more personal and convenient for patients. He is currently the Chief Medical Officer at Kurai Health, an AI-powered virtual primary care clinic on a mission to improve access to care at scale. An early leader in creating proprietary clinical algorithms for virtual care delivery, he previously served as the Vice President of Healthcare Operations and Medical Affairs at 23andMe and as Chief Clinical Officer at Lemonade Health, a direct-to-consumer digital telehealth company. He spent 15 years at Kaiser Permanente as a practicing primary care physician and held various senior leadership roles. I am pleased to introduce our last keynote speaker, Dr. Davis Liu.
A warm welcome to the 2024 graduates of California North State University. I'd like to see the graduates of the College of Graduate Studies. Raise your hands. The College of Health Sciences. College of Pharmacy. College of Psychology. And the College of Medicine. Let's all give them a great round of applause for these amazing individuals. Congratulations. A warm welcome to the parents, siblings, spouses, children, grandparents, significant others, and friends. Each of you undoubtedly have played an important role in helping each of these graduates be here today. Thank you for the invitation to speak today, Dean and Vice President of Medical and Academic Affairs, Dr. Richard Isaacs, distinguished faculty, and guests. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here and proud of what each of you have accomplished over these past few years. Each of us are shaped by the times we live in and our experiences, and each of you has persevered and been resilient in pursuit of one of the most noblest professions that anyone can do, helping your fellow human beings in their time of need, in probably the most challenging times in recent memory. Whether your next steps are going to go to graduate school, receiving additional medical and surgical training in residency and future fellowship programs, providing care soon as a psychologist or a pharmacist, or contributing to the advancement of medicine or healthcare delivery, you will have the privilege and responsibility of helping others with your skills and knowledge, with your empathy and compassion, and creating a connection with complete strangers in a way society rarely bestows on others. I'd like to share with you things that have helped me in my career and life as a family physician. Always be learning, solve problems. Be kind, especially to yourself. When you have a chance, be a leader. 1, always be learning, solve problems. When I graduated from the University of Connecticut School of Medicine in 1997, and then later completed a residency program at a small community college hospital in Glendale, California in 2000, I didn't know what was next. As the only doctor in my family from Taiwanese immigrants, I was moving to Sacramento to join the adult medicine department at Kaiser Permanente in Roseville and settle down with my fiance, who was doing her HEMONC fellowship training at UC Davis. But a phone call a few months later changed everything. A younger brother called me from Connecticut over 2,800 miles away the night before his surgery. What surgery? It was for dermatofibroma sarcoma protuberans, DFSP, of his shoulder. He had a hard, painful lump for months. It was finally biopsied. He was told it had to come out. He wanted to make sure I knew about it. He wanted some reassurance. After all, I was the only doctor in my family. Dermatofibroma sarcoma protuberans, DFSP. I never heard of it. My fiance pulled out a thick oncology textbook with tissue paper thin pages. Dermatofibroma sarcoma protuberans, DFSP. One small paragraph. Rare type of cancer. 50% recurrence rate or chance of coming back. Basically a coin toss between cure or cancer returning. What's this? Cure rate 98% with a special surgical technique called Mohs surgery. Huh. Had my brother's surgeon ever operated on such a tumor? No. It's his first time. He said it had to come out. Had my brother's dermatologist who biopsied ever treat such a tumor? No. This is his first time, and he had decades of experience. It was so rare that the local hospital had the biopsy sent to the Mayo Clinic for confirmation. Dennis, you need cancer surgery tomorrow. I gotta make some phone calls. Remember, this is 2000. There is no FaceTime or Zoom. There is no Google. There is no iPhone. It's phone calls and emails, and also who you know. And it turns out when you go to medical school, you know a lot of doctors. In the entire state of Connecticut, there are only 2 surgeons qualified to deal with this type of tumor and do Mohs surgery. One at Yale and one at UConn. And they are orthopedic oncologists. Specifically, after medical school, these doctors did orthopedic residency and did additional fellowship training specifically on cancer of the bone and muscles. They could take what would have been a coin toss between cure or recurrence to basically ensure my brother was cancer-free. What did they do differently? They ordered an MRI to see where the tumor was and where the cancer roots, which typically cause the cancer return, to come back, and were hiding. In the operating room, they would run down each of these roots with Mohs surgery until the cancer was gone. That is the difference between, I'm really sorry your cancer came back, and I'm glad you're still cancer-free over 20 years. As I reflect now, years later, I'm still haunted by a few questions. What if my brother hadn't called me that night, and instead, after the surgery is done, too late for an MRI or meticulous Mohs surgery? What if I hadn't become a doctor? What if my fiance wasn't a HEMONC fellow? It was because of that one phone call I'm here with all of you today. Had our healthcare system taken care of my brother and others like it's supposed to, high quality care, affordable, accessible, equitable, and personalized, the way we all would expect and deserve, I would have never had to intervene. I would never have been aware of the gap between where we aspired to be and where we were in 2000 and where we are today. Since then, everything I've done professionally has been to improve the delivery of care to ensure that I, being a doctor, do not have an unfair advantage. Everyone should get great care no matter their education or background. Initially, to help improve the care we provide, I became a board member at age 34 of my medical group, TPMG, the largest medical group of Kaiser Permanente, and helped deploy the world's largest electronic medical system in civilian use and transformed workflows in primary care and chronic conditions management. As a result of hard work with many of my colleagues across various specialties, we helped individuals and entire populations with various ailments live their most productive and healthier lives. In August 2015, I joined a digital health startup in Silicon Valley where we provided women a way to be evaluated and treated for urinary tract infections via a smartphone app. By the time I left 7 years later, we had over 30 conditions, including options for sinusitis, cold sores, acne, menopausal hot flashes, and the service I'm most proud of, the treatment of anxiety and depression. This is available for all patients in America with a downloadable app across 50 states and DC, and they can get care in the comfort and safety of their home. About a year and a half ago, I joined a new company, Cure Health, a text-based virtual care clinic which leverages OpenAI's ChatGPT-4 to improve healthcare quality and access while being affordable to those in need. So number one, always be learning and solve problems. I helped my brother get cured of his disease, helping medical colleagues provide better coordinated care using technology to help people live their best lives. One phone call, one intervention. Years later, leading a medical team using generative AI and large language models to provide personalized, affordable care at scale. Years later, speaking the next generation of healthcare leaders. Always be learning, solve problems. 2, be kind, especially to yourselves. As I look around, the challenges that we face as a society are greater than ever, and yet the people to solve these issues are more capable than ever. Those people are you. I'm in awe that you've persevered through one of the most challenging times in U.S. history. During your education, you experienced a global pandemic not seen since 1918. Witnessed increasing social unrest not seen since the 1960s. An economic uncertainty and inflation not seen since the Great Depression and the 1970s. As a society, you saw the best of us and the worst of us on the news, social media, and in person. You saw innovation, adaptability, and resilience. You saw grief, heartbreak, and loss. Misinformation, disinformation, failure of leaders, everyday heroism, giant scientific discovery and advances, small moments of victories. A decade of transformation compressed into months, setbacks and false starts, return to the status quo. Each of you are products of these very challenging times, and yet you continue to learn, educate, and better yourselves on your path to help your fellow human beings. It is a hard journey. You should be proud. Not everyone can do what you've done and continue to do. I know you'll be kind to others and the people you help as a result of your experiences with your humanity, insights, and wisdom. But I really want to make sure that you're especially kind to one person. That is you. When you first walked through the halls of California North State University, it might have been a little uncomfortable. Learning new skills, terminology, culture, and mindset. Do I know enough? Am I good enough? And now today, you're more accomplished and confident than ever. And yet there's so much more to know and experience both personally and professionally. We can have it all. We can't have it all at the same time exactly when we want it. So be kind to yourself when things don't work perfectly or if you have setbacks. Failures and setbacks are part of life. Yet, we don't live up to our true potential selves unless we challenge ourselves and explore new opportunities. So be kind, especially to yourself. 3, when you have a chance, be a leader. What should be apparent to each of you, surrounded by family and friends, is what you have accomplished is incredible. Not everyone has a gift of knowledge, desire to help others in times of need, and have the mindset of service that each of you possesses. With these talents, I hope that you consider when you have a chance to be a leader. Leading can be being a parent, helping out at a child's elementary school, or going on field trips. Leading can be stepping up in your house of worship. Leading can be taking on additional roles in your job outside your clinical responsibility. Leading can be giving back and teaching next generation clinicians like the faculty here. What has been apparent in the past few years is that we live in an increasingly VUCA world. VUCA. V-U-C-A. Volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world with challenges unlike prior generations. More information than ever, in a world more connected than ever. A time where generative AI and technology as transformative as the steam engine during the Industrial Revolution over 100 years ago, this is something we all have to face today and in the foreseeable future. It's more transformative than the internet or smartphones. More than a human genome project, messenger RNA vaccines, or electric vehicles. What will happen? What will the future look like? What will we do? It is in these times of uncertainty we look to thoughtful individuals, community leaders, and people who can think through and solve in a time when you simply can't Google the answer. Critical thinking is needed. And those are people like you. Those people are around you. If you think about it, the creation of California North State University is leadership. The faculty and staff saw a problem. Not enough qualified individuals in healthcare available to fulfill the needs of our community, and went out to solve it. This leadership and vision, years earlier, with the investment and founding of these schools, made this all possible. You graduating today is also a sign of leadership. You are showing what is possible to all those who are about to apply, enroll, and graduate in the years ahead, as well as demonstrate to the world what it means to work with a graduate of California North State University. You're already beginning your leadership journey. Keep going. So as I wrap up, as you begin your next step in this journey, consider what I've shared with you. The world needs people who are always learning, solving problems, who are kind and thoughtful, and when given a chance, should be leaders. And two more things. I want you to be yourself. There's only one of you in the world. Share and contribute your unique insights and life experiences with others. One last thing. With all these new technologies and discoveries still to be uncovered, I still believe that there is nothing more sacred than being in the presence of another person in their time of need. There is nothing more priceless than showing a person how important they are when you commit time and energy by being there in person. It can be a handshake, a hug, or simply sitting together quietly. This is precisely why you're here surrounded by family, your friends, and your faculty. And this is why I'm honored to be here to share this moment with all of you. No matter what happens in your career, the human connection, commitment to another human being matters. You show that by giving your time, your attention, and physical presence. These are things technology cannot replace. This is therapeutic. This is the art of medicine. Never forget that. Congratulations, California North State University graduating class of 2024. Your future is bright. This is just the beginning. I look forward to what each of you will do next. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. President Chung, please join me in presenting an award to Dr. Liu. On behalf of CNU, we present to you this award as a token of our appreciation for being here today to witness and celebrate our students' accomplishments.